Man, it's good to see you again. Let me just shake
Thanks,
your hand
man.
and say
Good to
hello,
see you
sir.
too.
Last time we talked, it was The Revenant.
Yes,
and
yeah,
here we are
right.
now talking about this movie. Okay, you're a great guy. You're a nice guy. I really like you. But after I saw this, man, I wanted to punch you.
Understandable, man. Understandable.
When you first heard about this role and what it was going to involve, tell me what your first thoughts were.
You know, without this sounding really strange, as daunting as the prospect might be, I was really excited. Because I was really excited at the prospect of taking on the responsibility to expose, you know, a racist individual in the context of a film that, you know, has so much potential for impacting social change. And the fact that the film makes such a relevant comment, you know, about society, about fractious relationships between different race groups and specifically the African American community and the police. I felt very lucky to be part of that story, and I just wanted to do justice to the character, which was to just try and play him as honestly as possible and depict him as what he is, which is a racist.
Well, for me to even say that, you did your job. I mean, as an actor,
thanks.
you really, you know, channeled as evil as he was. Still, you really delivered. How emotional was this for you, though, to play? I mean, when there's a scene in the hallway with the cast, and I want to know, you know, how emotional that was for you. Was it draining?
Yeah, it was emotionally draining. It was very trying. But I'd never want to sort of compare that to what it must have been like for the 2 white women and the 7 African American men in that hallway, because their experience, you know, of receiving that abuse, of being the recipients of that kind of violence and hatred, must have been 10 times worse. So as hard as it was to inflict that, I can only imagine that to receive it, it must have been even more draining.
I will pay you another compliment that the rest of the cast told me stories how you would grab everybody at the end of every take and you were like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" No, honestly, everybody has been singing your praises, saying, "Will," and we mentioned you in the other interviews, and they're like, "Yeah, but he always checked on everybody to make sure everybody was okay."
Ah, that's nice. I think the way that we all got through it, honestly, was being very clear about the fact that underneath the veneers of our characters, there was mutual love, respect, and a real kind of team spirit. You know, like we all made this very much together, and that's what needed to happen. I think we needed to do that in order to go in a different direction, if that makes any sort of sense.
Tell me what the rap was like, though, when you guys finished with this film. Describe that day.
I mean, like, amazing, you know, relief and elation, and amazing for all of us to kind of, as best we could, you know, park whatever sort of, you know, anguish and like suffering we'd experienced during the shooting, and I think for me personally, it was just nice to be able to, you know, enjoy everyone's company and everyone's time, you know, without having to sort of, you know, worry about our characters or anything like that. And you know, the experience, because it was so trying and was so intense, it brought us, you know, very, very close together. And you know, now it's wonderful. You know, we get to be part of all these incredibly constructive and worthwhile conversations that surround the film together, and we get to bring what we hope will be a real gift to the world, you know.